Everyone who's ever entered into the realm of music has had that one album that really kicked off their discoveries throughout the many genres within. For many people, albums that had a wide reach, such as Thriller by Michael Jackson, may be one of the many and most popular albums that helped to spark many people's interest in music and an artist's discography. However, for me, Thriller was not the album that sparked this interest, but instead, a pink-colored album with high-pitched and distorted vocals would be the one to lead me into discovering music in a direct way for the first time. Tyler, the Creator's Igor is a triumph in unique beats, vocals, with a creative and powerful narrative that connects each song together with a palpable flow. The album was released in May of 2019 to critical and financial success, being the first album in Tyler's discography to reach the top spot on the Billboard Hot 100. Listening to the album is an experience unlike any album I've heard and has opened the floodgates for me to explore the genres that Tyler presents within the record. His album is not a rap album like many people initially think. When you sit down and listen to the album, you realize there are more influences from hot R&B artists and soul influences throughout. Though it does have a touch of rap and hip-hop in it, the album is a centered narrative based in the sounds of soul music with rough R&B. Igor is one of the greatest albums I've ever heard, and I'm not alone in that sentiment. So, what makes Tyler, the Creator's Igor such a compelling concept album and narrative? Igor follows the toxic relationship between Tyler and his unnamed male lover. The album is from Tyler's perspective, showing the downfall of this relationship through his insecurities and problems with his lover that eventually manifests into the titular persona of Igor. In the first track, we hear mainly two phrases, and these two phrases foreshadow the different phases of this relationship in part 1, in love, and in part 2, moving on. His love is just beginning and will shatter him and his world to his core. How it foreshadows the album is in the next song, Earfquake. We hear this phrase, again, showing how in love Tyler is. However, this love isn't without its faults immediately. Tyler seems to be telling his lover to stay despite something he may or may not have done. We could see how vulnerable Tyler is, confessing his love to his lover, how if his world fell apart, his lover would be the only thing for him. The track comes off as a plea to a lover to never leave, or else the earth beneath Tyler would fall through like a fault line in an earthquake. The fault in this serves as a double entendre, as in he would blame himself for his lover to stay, at the same time applying to how his earth would quake if his lover left. This unhealthy dependence on his lover follows into the next track, I Think. As the track begins, we see Tyler thinking about his relationship with his male lover. He references the movie Call Me By Your Name, a movie about a man discovering his sexuality and growing a dependency for a male lover he meets. Man, I wish you would call me by your name, 'cause I'm sorry. We hear him begin to develop thoughts of concern, but never truly manifest them due to his emotional dependency on his lover. He says things like, I'm going, but I know what I'm showing. Feelings, that's what I'm pulling. What the fuck is your motive? But at the same time, he says things like, drive me cuckoo and not call, 'cause I want you like Leon. However, this song does show the subtle difference in his feelings. When we look back at Earfquake, we hear him say, for real this time. Meaning that he is in love for real this time. But in I Think, he says, I think I've fallen in love. This time I think it's for real. He is questioning his love and beginning to notice the toxicity of the relationship by saying lines like, I'm your puppet, you are Jim Henson. But just like the song, that's only a thought, a subtle idea for a full realization of how toxic the relationship is. The following quote says it best.
exactly what you run from, you end up chasing. Like, you can't avoid, but...
Tyler's insecurities worsen and continue to worsen as he realizes all the obstacles he must overcome while chasing for his toxic lover, when in fact he should just be running from them.
Just chasing it and just like trying, giving it everything that you can. There's always an obstacle.
All of his insecurities come to a head with him feeling like he isn't able to get his lover to love him in return, like in Running Out of Time.
Running out of time, running out of time, running out of time.
Tyler faces another obstacle with him feeling like he doesn't have enough time to get his lover to truly love him back. The love and insecurities reach a new peak with the revelation that his lover hasn't revealed the true nature of his sexuality, keeping Tyler a secret, lying to his friends, and even seeing another girl to hide his true nature.
So, take your mask off, I need her out the picture. Take your mask off, stop lying for these niggas.
We hear Tyler pour his heart out to have his lover take their mask off and show the world for who he really is. But desperation rarely ever leads anywhere good. With Tyler running out of spells, he finds some other magic with his... This is the part where Tyler's jealousy reaches homicidal levels. After seeing how joyous his lover is in a picture with this girl, his frame of their relationship starts to shatter.
I need to get her out the picture. She's really fucking up my frame.
Tyler's jealousy begins to show when he talks about wanting his lover 100% of the time, refusing to share and begging him not to leave.
Want 100 of your time, your mind. Please don't leave me now.
The girl that Tyler is so jealous about starts to push him to the edge of murder. The magic wand he speaks of is a gun for this girl and his lover if he stays with her.
You under oath, I pick a side, and if you don't, I'll pick you both.
Notice how in this track and the previous two tracks in the lyrics, running are part of the instrumental.
You under oath, I pick a side, and if you don't, I'll pick you both. You living in pretend.
Exactly what you run from, you end up chasing.
This is the beginning of what forms Igor's persona, warning Tyler to run instead of chasing after this man. The first track foreshadows this feeling with the lyrics of running throughout the whole track. The jealous side of Tyler shows us that he is a dangerous obsession with his lover and is desperate to get it to work in his favor. He tells his lover to come out of the closet by saying,
No need for mask, bust through the door.
but this is ironic when we take into account that the lover is the one we are siding against, but now we are seeing that Tyler is the actual threat to his lover and this girl he's seeing. This type of irony spins right back into Tyler's face when he finally begins to see what's destroying the relationship in A Boy's a Gun.
Don't shoot me down. Okay. Don't shoot me down.
After his jealousy getting the best of him to the point of wanting to kill this other girl and his lover if he chose her over him, Tyler starts to realize that the problem in the relationship isn't himself but his male counterpart. He rants his problems with the relationship. Even when complimenting his lover,
Boy, you sweet as shit, baby.
there's a backhand that follows.
Diabetic to the first degree.
This line shows the sweetness of his lover is dangerously too much, doing more harm than good, as if the sweetness isn't for real. His backhanded compliments are just another metaphor for what the whole song is, and it's essentially the On the Fence song where Tyler is still in love with this man, but his frustrations are now present and are starting to form the persona we will eventually call Igor. He has an argument with his boyfriend, yelling at him to go home.
You passive aggressive. Oh, you faking your mad. Oh, you wanna go home cool. You better call you a cab.
But pleading him to stay at the same time because he is afraid of being alone.
Don't leave, stay right here. Yeah, I want you right near.
However, in his desperate attempts to get his lover to stay, the woman makes her ugly appearance yet again,
You invited me to breakfast. Why the fuck your ex here?
proving to Tyler that all of his pleas of love are in vain and for nothing. But at the end of the track, the lyrics point it all out. The male lover is a gun.
You a gun, cause I like you on my side at all times. Keep me safe.
Because as much as he keeps Tyler feeling safe. He is also a dangerous threat to Tyler and his emotional stability.
Depending on, it could be dangerous to me.
It is this realization that finally brings us to the point where Tyler is ready to move on, telling him the irony of not wanting to see him again despite all of the conflicting emotions.
I'ma leave it at that. I'ma leave us as friends. Cause the irony is I don't wanna see you again. Ayo.
This song shows us the beginning of part 2, which shows Tyler moving on and the embodiment of Igor. He brings up an old thought into a full embodied realization from the track I Think,
I'm your puppet, you are Jim Henson.
where he understands the puppet master dynamic between Tyler and his male lover. He talks about wanting his lover to want him in return.
I wanna talk, I wanna call you and talk. I wanna walk to your front door and knock.
But Tyler has to face facts in that his will has never been his and has been his male lover's the whole time.
I do not have some control. I am starting to wonder, is this my free will or yours?
He has been so brainwashed and strung along on this toxic love that he doesn't even remember who he is anymore.
You control me. I'm your puppet. I don't know me.
Tyler in the song thinks to himself if he waited too long to leave his partner or for his partner to fall in love with him, questioning his actions. He comes to his own conclusion, leading what is now the fully formed Igor. Tyler's persona and mind breaks free, cutting the strings and coming to his senses.
But at some point, you come to your senses.
Igor has come alive, only focusing on empowering Tyler. Tyler has grown angry, wanting nothing to do with his lover or any one of the people he is with, seeing them as clowns who don't deserve him or his feelings. He treats himself with the respect and power he believes he deserves now that the strings have been cut.
New suit, new boots, same niggas like what? Lukewarm ass niggas always wanna talk. I'm hot, I'm heat to the core like Earth.
This is the song that shows Tyler lashing out at society, trying to find another chance at love and clearing the confusion implanted into his head by his brainwashing lover.
I see the light. I see the light.
The ending minutes of the song see Tyler sigh in relief as he announces that he sees the light.
But now I see the
Referencing the first track, Tyler has escaped from the dark and the deep depths of his confusion and entered into a clear mindset, seeing the relationship for what it has always been, finally ready to accept reality of where he is at. The track ends with one final line that segues into the next song, which shows Tyler learning to accept his male lover leaving, for the relationship is over.
I don't know what's harder, letting go or just being okay with it.
This song shows Tyler beginning to accept the relationship, thinking about the past and the trials Tyler suffered at the hands of an ill-fated relationship mixed with a love triangle. Tyler thinks of his love for this man and vice versa, happy to have had love instead of never.
At least I had it instead of never.
He then goes on to reveal that the girl in the love triangle has won.
I just hope to God she got good taste. She'll put you on some shit you never seen.
But not without acknowledging his own worth to his now ex-lover.
Could play a couple songs that you could dance to. I hope you know she can't compete with me.
Tyler saying his love is gone can be interpreted as one of two ways. It can be interpreted as quite literally he has fallen out of love, but the one that I choose to believe is the idea that his love is gone.
My love's gone. My love's gone.
He's just constantly stating that his lover has left, leaving nothing but memories with this individual. His lover has left, stating that
Finally flew south, the bird gon' leave the nest chocomatic.
his lover has left like a bird flying south. Him building a relationship was for nothing because of the new person that stepped into frame.
I thought I had a permit. started building the bridge and turned it into a fence. Then my building got tore down all because of your new tenant.
But just as soon as he brings this up, he sees that he has finally found peace, saying goodbye to his lover one final time.
But I finally found peace. So peace.
He thanks his lover for everything he has been able to do right. But after all the strings have finally been freshly cut, Tyler isn't ready to fully move on.
Let me do it over. Everything.
Like, I hate wasted potential.
I don't love you anymore. Cause I don't love you anymore.
In this track, Tyler has embraced the ending of his relationship, and after time, he is ready to fully move on and live his life, realizing he has wasted his time on someone far worse than he deserves.
Cause I don't love you anymore. Wasting my time and I know that these things are not hard.
He wants to find someone else better for him,
And realize there's more fish in the sea. I'm a re-up.
but he is in need of letting go completely and getting his heart back. He bounces back from his statement and thank you to a point where he wants to find love again, but not wanting to completely let go and wants to offer a better relationship between them, something platonic. Tyler has moved on, but he still wants to have a relationship with his ex-lover, seeing the benefit in them having some sort of friendship. He asks his lover,
Are we still friends? Can we be friends?
while also asking them to put the pettiness aside.
Don't get green skin, contact, don't say goodbye, smell you later.
And to keep something healthy between them finally. In the background, he uses a sample from Al Green's song Dream, with the idea of Tyler dreaming of a platonic relationship with his ex that will last into something good for the two of them. It has everything to do with what Tyler stated.
Like, I hate wasted potential. That shit crushes your spirit. It really does. It crushes your soul.
He doesn't want this potential to go to waste, so he finds it in a different place. A friendship.
I don't wanna end the season on a bad episode, nigga.
Tyler, the creator, has made a triumph of music with his incredible fusion of genres to make one of the best stories ever told in an album. Tyler's story of discovery, love, and liberation is one that struck me personally in many ways and has made himself one of the music artists I look forward to hearing from the most with his music. The album is so rich with levels behind the craft that even after repeat listens, I am still discovering new connections. This video could never have shown all the connections to each other in the album, but this was the stuff that I noticed while listening to the transcendent piece of art and poetry. I love this album, and guys, I think I've fallen in love with Igor by Tyler, the Creator. Hi guys, thank you for watching. I hope that this audio was better. I just bought a fucking mic cover and all that shit, so that way it sounds better. I hope that it does sound better. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of this video and if I should keep doing videos like this. I truly do love Igor by Tyler, the Creator. It is right now one of my favorite albums, if not my favorite album ever made. And I think it had a very poignant story to tell, so that's why I made this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please subscribe, and if you guys want more videos like this, also comment and let me know. Let me know if there are any albums that you guys want me to break down, or even movies that you guys want me to break down. Just comment suggestions for your other video ideas, and I'll be there for them. Well, guys, thank you for watching. My name is Brendan Reviews, and I hope you guys have a great day, evening, night, whatever the fuck time you guys are watching this, and I will see you all next time.